Welcome to the Tier 3 Evaluation Recap, as authorized by Cap Management Group West. Tonight, we review Game 1 of the qualification cycle. 5 games, 1 opportunity to escape Pro-Am purgatory.
If they clear 3 games without fouling out or openly sobbing, it's already a win.
They face the 9-4 GO Composite Squad, hand-built by simulation auditors to discourage joy.
Every badge stacked. Every badge. They even patched out forgiveness.
Cap Oversight has flagged this matchup for broadcast. We remind viewers, style points do not exist, but they will be judged.
This game is not live. It was captured during a controlled domination session.
Let's get into it.
Jackson Jr. raps hard off the screen.
Yao goes under. Bold decision, possibly a cry for help.
Ball's inbounded to James. He walks it up like it owes him rent. Jordan establishes on the lower left block.
That's the kind of mid-range that gets you a second look. Jackson Jr. secures the board. No elbows, no sirens.
Outlet to Mitchell. Quick trigger transition. That's initiative or unresolved issues.
Kick out to Jackson Jr. Feet set, shots up.
Good look, bad result. James takes possession. No urgency. Just the confidence of someone who's read the script.
Mitchell picks him up early. Brave. Or new here.
James surveys. Shifts left, then right. The snake pattern begins. Inside now. Contact initiated. It's not a foul, it's a ritual.
They call that a hesitation, but the only thing hesitating is Mitchell's soul. Mitchell breaks off, entirely premeditated. Ball to LeBron, top of the key.
Mitchell fades into daylight. 1 catch, 1 motion, pure.
It's in before Penny's even back in frame.
Giannis triggers the inbound. No pressure. This is a safe zone, for now.
James receives on the bottom wing, immediately frozen in ISO posture. Nothing develops, except denial.
Giannis resets top of key.
Pass to Penny. Yao arrives.
Strong coverage.
Hopeful only in the shallowest sense.
Airborne and empty.
Jackson Jr. receives up top.
No movement, no threat. Just 2 men pretending to be in different simulations. Jackson Jr. scans. Nothing registers. He breaks left like a man chasing a better script.
Mitchell arrived. Right wing looping orbit. Momentum only. Purpose unclear. Clock near death. Mitchell fired.
It's a mid-range shot.
It's surrender. He barrels into the open court like the rules are optional.
Mitchell meets him, undersized, unimpressed, and somehow immovable.
Redirected by disbelief. Triple jab. Step back.
He jumps. It's too late. It was always too late.
LeBron breaks twice. Once physically, once spiritually. Like he's trying to get remembered in the wrong decade.
Mitchell brings it up. Calm tempo. No flash. Just framework.
Pass to Jackson Jr. Everyone knows what's next. Penny closes late.
That shot was already made.
9-4 GO squad needs answers. Mitchell's running the show like he's got the locker codes.
Yeah, and Penny? He started off like he meant business, but that last closeout felt like he hit snooze on his defense. Got burned so bad it was almost impressive.
And Pavlovic, well, he's clocking in, moping around like he's at a morning jog. No fireworks, no wasted energy. No fight, no impact, right? Coach Martin stare during that timeout?
Speaking of Coach Martin, she's the kind who doesn't need to yell. One look from her and Pavlovic was already rethinking his life choices. She's not here to babysit.
You don't want that kind of attention. Meanwhile, Jaren Jackson Jr. is doing the little thing. Spacing, screens, the kind of subtle work that never makes highlight reels but keeps the whole machine from overheating. Just smooth, effortless control.
True. He's the reliable roommate who actually washes his dishes.
You can tell he's already thinking 2 steps ahead.
Not flashy, but you definitely notice when he's not around. And then the timeout hits, and everything shifts. Coach Martin doesn't yell, doesn't pace. She just commands with her eyes. That kind of quiet energy spreads faster than any pep talk.
LeBron's a different story. Dude looked like he walked into the wrong game, then got distracted by the crowd like it was halftime entertainment. 2 blown closeouts, 0 excuses. Meanwhile, Mitchell is still sitting there like a statue, elbows on knees, eyes locked on something we can't see. Not a word, not a glance to his teammates, but the offense moves like it's synced to his heartbeat.
It's like the whole team is on his Wi-Fi network, and nobody else has the password. Penny brings it up post-timeout. Looks like they're setting the table for something deliberate.
LeBron sizes him up like it's 2013, but then takes 2 hesitant steps and launches what I can only describe as a very tired hook shot.
LeBron's gonna want that one back.
Mitchell catches it on the wing, already scanning. JJJ's floating across the baseline like he's got something in mind.
And there it is, the ghost screen on Penny. He lets it fly. That one had a should-have gone in energy. LeBron grabs the board and pushes. Doesn't even blink before swinging it to Penny.
Penny skips it to Jordan on the wing. Looks like they're clearing out for the throwback special. Jordan probes right, looking for daylight, but Pavlovic stays grounded, arms up, no bite.
Tough look, better defense. Pavlovic snatches the board,
Yao steps up, and you can see the hesitation.
which immediately turns into whatever the opposite of hesitation is.
Scalabrine goes full street ball mode. That finish was not in the scouting report.
Hardaway brings it up. Quick entry to Jordan.
Yeah, and Pavlovic not giving him an inch. Forces Jordan out of the paint, arms out, doesn't fall for the pump.
And Pavlovic just stays with it. Full contest, nothing easy.
Scalabrine brings it up, eases into the wing. Looks like they're setting up something for Mitchell.
Jaren Jr. floats up, sets a soft screen, and he rewards him by clanging it off the far side like the rim owed him money. Yao throws the outlet, Penny barely catches it and slings it to LeBron.
And LeBron charges into Pavlovic like he's expecting a layup coupon. Pav's not moving.
Shot goes up anyway. No plan, straight into the abyss.
Offense starts up top, but you can feel it. This whole thing's orbiting Mitchell.
Yeah, he's been lurking out there like a Bluetooth device nobody remembers connecting to.
He's dragging defenders around screens like it's a school field trip.
Penny clips the screen. Mitchell steps into it.
Left wing clean release.
Bottoms. That's a man who knows exactly how long 24 seconds last. Penny walks it up, looking like he wants to shake Mitchell.
Clock's still fat, plenty of time, and Jordan decides, nah, let me just fade this now.
Pavlovic is glued to him.
And Jordan still hits it. That's the kind of shot that breaks your spirit and your defensive metric. Mitchell brings it up. Looks like they're setting the stage. Pavlovic creeping from the corner.
And now he's sprinting around that double screen.
Pavlovic sets his feet and lets it fly.
Might be the most disrespectfully open look he's had all decade, and he drills it with time to breathe.
LeBron goes up to end the quarter, and McDyess files it under, not today.
Pavlovic looks like he's been sprinting through molasses.
But then Scalabrine pulls out that no-look double pump over Yao.
LeBron is doing his usual bully the neighborhood kids routine.
Pavlovic is definitely not out here trying to break ankles. More like trying to keep his own attached.
Slow fist pump says, yeah, I see you, coach. Don't bench me yet.
Score 16-7. But honestly, it's less about points and more about who's screaming, I'm still relevant on the court. Martin's on the bench playing it cool. No pep talks, just giving off that I'm watching you vibe. That's scarier than any timeout speech.
Second quarter's coming. Who's gonna keep pretending they belong? And who's about to find out this season isn't a participation trophy?
Second quarter opens with a new look.
Yeah, Steph walks it up like he's got somewhere better to be, then pulls a quick one right in Dyson's grill.
Shot clanks off, McDyess on the board. And that's the first Steph sighting. We'll let you know if it becomes a trend. Pavlovic working the wing again.
Yeah, and Korver's already shifting his weight like he knows what's coming.
He's been poking at that perimeter like he's waiting for the microwave to ding.
This might be the window.
He takes it.
Steph steps in.
And one. Steph's team already walking back like they heard a whistle 2 plays ago.
Steph's face says it all. Not mad, not shocked, just mildly disappointed in reality.
And meanwhile, Pavlovic is out here collecting high fives like they're VC bonuses.
You see that stare? That's the look of a man who's been doubted by forums, algorithms, and at least 2 exes.
Man, that hit a little too specific. You good?
Oh, I'm great. Want their names? Pavlovic's not the only one making contact tonight.
Ball in hand, deep breath, and there it is. Pure, clean, certified green.
Steph brings it up like he's bored of physics again. Dyson's crowding early. Bold choice.
Lopez steps in with the screen, and Daniels takes the bait like it's wrapped in bacon and bad decisions.
Free look?
And it rims out. The universe says, not yet. Pavlovic slows it up, maybe looking to actually run a play for once.
McDyess and Perkins doing heavy lifting on the strong side.
Catch, set, launch, and nope, front rimmed it like a man auditioning for almost. Kemp initiate, and Steph's already got two defenders orbiting.
Steph's not here to feed peasants.
Long miss. Bowen cleans it up, accidentally in position like a guy who followed the wrong Uber. Pavlovic takes his sweet time, like a man waiting for the Wi-Fi to connect.
Daniels gets it on the opposite wing. McDyess with a thick boy screen. Dyson snakes it clean.
Right into the chest of LeBron. That's a you thought moment.
Bowen barely claws it in, and he still finds Pav at the top.
Pavlovic drills it like he's submitting a job application in Steph's face. Steph crosses half. He wants a reset. Bowen's been the adult in the room all quarter. Not loud, not flashy, just constantly cleaning up the mess no one else wants to talk about. Meanwhile, Daniels might be sneakily rewriting his scouting report. He's gone from background actor to full-blown plot device. And Pavlovic has officially entered the "you might have to start him" conversation. He's checking too many boxes to ignore. Spacing, effort, even a little sauce.
If we're being honest, though, there's still dead air out there. McDyess looks like he downloaded the playbook but never opened it. Perkins is holding screens like they owe him money. Coach can't sub Eternity into the lineup. These minutes matter. Someone's gonna get ghosted by the rotation, probably before the third quarter even ends.
So quarter one's done. Home team's barely clinging to a lead. Kind of like a reality show contestant who hasn't been voted off yet. They're getting stops and decent shots. With those misses, yeah, we're noticing. Game's moving slower than a Monday morning, both teams acting like they saved their energy for the after party, not the actual game. If they don't, buckle up. This might turn into one of those nail biters nobody wanted, but everyone's stuck watching.
And don't look now, but that sideline dap from Mitchell, that's the unofficial stamp of approval. If you're getting love from the guy with the keys, you're probably riding in the car.
And across the court, I don't know what kind of seance those coaches are holding, but all black in July, that's not a strategy. That's a cry for help. Back from the break, and Giannis is out here like he spent the timeout power charging in the tunnel.
Kemp casually strolls across the paint. Then Giannis flashes underneath.
Oh, and there it is. Scalabrine just got posterized into a new haircut.
Saw the freight train coming and decided to play chicken with a lease car.
Daniels brings it up, slow and steady. That pass to Pavlovic is the real setup.
Pavlovic wastes no time. Feeds Covington curling up. Splash. That's a textbook read and react.
Jordan uncorks a full-court missile. LeBron's got runway.
And somehow Scalabrine closes it off. He's closer to LeBron than we are to each other right now.
Look, there's no medals for effort. But if there were, Scalabrine's already halfway to the podium. That block wasn't just hustle. It was instinct, veteran timing, and maybe a little ghost in the machine nonsense.
He might not move like Giannis, but man, Scalabrine's playing like this is a court-appointed redemption arc.
You don't get those kinds of stops unless your soul's still haunted by being left off a cereal box. Steph's looking for daylight like a rat in a maze.
That's the Curry recipe. 3 defenders, 2 screens, and a partridge in a panic attack. The shot goes up, and it's good. Daniels just got turned into a background character on his own scouting report.
Keep an eye on that D moving forward. Daniels' spot on this roster depends on it.
My eyes never leave the D.
Nice little slip screen up top. Perkins sells the ghost just enough to get Rocco clean space on the wing. Shot looks good out of the hand.
Hand still hanging like the shot's worth admiring. Buddy, it clanked. You ain't Monet.
Steph winds up like he's launching the declaration of dunk.
And Scalabrine straight up secedes from the moment. Perk threads it to Scalabrine in stride.
Hesitates for drama, then vaporizes Kemp's coverage like expired milk. Two-hand leaner off the front iron. Barely counts as a dunk, but it counts. Jordan's pushing hard, but Pav's defense is locked in. No easy lanes here.
Steph's looking for daylight. Shots up, but Daniel says, not today. Rim's gonna tell the story.
Covington pulls down the rebound. Steady work. Daniels tries to organize, but Steph's shadow leaves no room to breathe.
Screen set, but it's all awkward. The offense can't quite find the rhythm, like someone forgot the punchline halfway through.
Pav's hustling back, chasing a lazy pass that's already dead. No flash, just fundamentals forcing the turnover.
That's when the bench starts plotting.
Turnover halts the action. Lopez getting ready to check in. Fresh legs on deck.
Momentum can swing with the next lineup change.
Penny's easing it up. Methodical, but with purpose.
Jordan's lurking right wing, dragging Mitchell like he's got a leash.
Shot goes up. Jordan hits the deck like it's a foul, but no whistle. Covington pushes it fast. Scalabrine speeding up the wing.
They slow it down now, resetting the offense. Daniels pulls the strings. Perkins slides to the elbow. Mitchell's lurking at the wing.
Pass back to Mitchell. Pump fake, and there it is. A desperation 26-footer. Jordan's face says it all.
Lopez hooks up with Giannis, who slows it down and calls timeout.
Let's pause and catch our breath. Mitchell has been the quiet storm of this half. He's turned loose rebounds and half-broken plays into momentum, snagging errant balls like a heat-seeking missile and making each possession count. That kind of hustle doesn't show up on highlight reels, but coaches, they build game plans around it.
Scalabrine and Pav came into this one wearing big targets. Early minutes were rough. Turnovers, missed looks, and plenty of side-eye from the bench. But now, they're scrapping. Scalabrine's finding creases in the paint, Pav's forcing tough matchups up top, and both of them are talking with their feet more than their mouths. That kind of mid-game redemption arc makes you rethink your entire rotation.
Meanwhile, Rocco and Jaren Jackson Jr. have anchored the defense with zero fanfare and maximum impact. No big blocks, no viral steals, just quiet suppression.
And hey, the offense isn't flowing like poetry, but you can see the intent. They're slowing down, hunting for the cleanest look, entrusting the system. Ugly basketball sometimes wins beauty pageants. That's the chess match we're watching now.
The one soft spot? Backcourt coverage still looks shaky. Steph's been dancing past Daniels like it's rehearsal. It's a crack in the foundation they can't afford to ignore.
Listen, I don't care what your analytics spreadsheet says. When Giannis lowers that shoulder and drives baseline, there is not a man alive who's stopping him without divine intervention or a forklift. That kind of force should be illegal. And the way he stares down Scalabrine after the whistle, I mean, if that man looked at me like that, I'd be, never mind. He could Eurostep right through my life insurance policy.
We're still on the air, Deanna. And now, with the floor show winding down and the crowd buzzing low, it's clear. This isn't just about a scoreboard. It's about earning your name on the lineup card tomorrow.
Inbound came hot to the corner, but the drive met a wall.
Bounced off a shin like a drunk Roomba, and Pav was already there with the dustpan.
Quick jab, skip across the paint, clean as a stolen stapler.
And the punctuation? 2 hands, no apology. Penny walks it up under a full-face Mitchell inspection. No detours, just hand delivery to the block.
LeBron sets up shop on Rocco, gives him the old push-pull pause, then splits daylight with an up and under that defies common decency.
Whistle, bucket, and the look says it all.
Covington's got the shrug-loaded, textbook, what more do you want? Energy from a man who played it straight and still got sermonized.
Meanwhile, LeBron walks to the line like he's been here 1,000 lifetimes. And Rocco's already aging in dog years. LeBron cashes in, but there's no panic. Rocco in, Pav up. It's next possession thinking.
Mitchell slingshots off a Jackson Jr. screen like he's seen the future, and it's shaped like a jump shot.
Not a pretty release, but it lands, and that's the kind of shot you trust from a guy who's earned the last word. Jordan sets the trap. ISO stare, hesitation sauce, but Pav doesn't bite, just stays stubborn.
So he kicks to LeBron, who barrels in, but Jackson Jr. meets him at the top.
Ball deflects back to Jordan. Quick pull at the elbow.
Back iron. No prayers answered. Mitchell launches a 70-footer that flirts with destiny, then ghosts him like a text at 2 a.m.
And with that, we come to the Sparkling Sadness Halftime Report. I'm your host, Bootney Lee Fonsworth, and I'm joined tonight by Big Tree's unpaid intern, Deanna Beef. We're excited to bring you tonight's coverage of the Citrus League Jelly Rolls facing off against the '94 GO Composite squad. Now, I know what you're wondering. What in the ever-living backwoods of Tennessee did you just stumble across? Well, that's a good question, and I'll turn it over to Deanna to explain.
That's right, Boot. I don't get paid, but I do get exposure. Like a possum on an interstate billboard. And tonight, we're exposing some deeply confusing basketball. I'm talking 29% shooting, 7 rebounds, and a halftime score that suggests somebody bet heavily on the under.
The Citrus League Jelly Rolls are playing like they just learned what a basketball is this morning. Meanwhile, the 94 GO Composite Squad, they look like a downloadable content pack that came with a grudge. And if you're wondering what the Citrus League is, well, it's a loosely governed association of teams formed entirely from expired My Team contracts, off-brand performance drinks, and an online quiz titled, Which Bench Player Are You?
Tonight's MVP, Donovan Mitchell, who's carrying the Jelly Rolls like it's a fire drill, and he's the last one with upper body strength. And on the other side, LeBron's giving solid divorced dad energy, trying to keep the squad together while the house burns slowly behind him. And let's not forget, Coach Kate Martin, her clipboard's already cracked, and the look in her eyes says, I didn't come here to babysit holograms.
So buckle up, because if the second half is anything like the first, we're in for more chaos, more broken plays, and maybe, just maybe, a redemption arc for McDyess, who is currently listed as missing, presumed benched.
Stay with us, folks. The sparkling sadness rolls on, and so does the trauma.
You know, Deanna, we're only halfway through this thing. What was supposed to be a fun, quick dip into some editing, a little hobby project, a little weekend sparkle, has somehow morphed into a full-scale psychological operation. We're hundreds of cuts deep now, hours of audio, frame-by-frame corrections. I've zoomed in on so many elbows I see life in ISO 3200. And you gotta ask yourself, is anyone even watching?
They're not. I can tell you that right now. You know who's watching? Us. In 5 years. Alone. In a blank white room with a clipboard that just says, Scalabrine dunked again? And a doctor behind glass nodding slowly. We've become the content. It's recursive, like a broadcast that folds in on itself until all that's left is crowd noise and regret.
I narrated a guy walking for 6 seconds earlier today. Just walking. That's it. Not even a purposeful walk. One of those weird in-game animations where the feet don't totally match the floor. And I made it sound like a narrative arc.
You did. And it broke me a little.
Still better pacing than Season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Facts.
Anyway, we should probably pretend to care again.
Sure. Let me just sweep up the shattered pieces of my enthusiasm real quick.
You ever get the sense, Deanna, that this whole production isn't really about basketball anymore? Like, we started with pick and rolls and defensive rotations, and now we're just unraveling publicly in 1080p?
Honestly, around the 5th slow-mo of Scalabrine pump-faking Yao, I knew we'd crossed into performance art. This isn't commentary, it's a cry for help wrapped in B-roll.
We've got trampolines, dream sequences, fake coach cards, and a halftime report narrated by a man named after 3 types of hats. Somewhere along the line, we stopped trying to explain the game and just started vibing through it.
I mean, isn't that what life is? A series of possessions you overanalyze until the buzzer sounds and someone resets the sliders?
That's disturbingly poetic. Did you eat today?
Just a spoonful of peanut butter and a deeply ironic TikTok. I'm nourished.
I watched a man yell at his microwave today. Full suit, Bluetooth headset, 9 a.m. And for some reason, it made me think of Pav trying to break down that 2-3 zone.
That's beautiful. Pav versus the zone. Man versus appliance. Heat applied unevenly across time. There's a metaphor in there about emotional labor and jump shots.
Not sure we're doing analysis anymore. I think we're just leaking thoughts into the broadcast like it's group therapy.
That's fine. Let the gameplay be the wallpaper. I'd rather follow the emotional arc of Brook Lopez on the bench. He looks like he's contemplating his role in the decline of Western civilization.
At least he's present. McDyess vanished in the first and may have spiritually relocated to a Bass Pro Shop.
If you listen close, you can hear him whispering open look into the void.
Still more communication than the team's backcourt has managed. Speaking of which...
You know, Bootney, it could be worse. We could be stuck in another Truth Buried Twice production. Last time I filled in for one of those, I got accused of helping Sparkling Sadness vanish a shipment of ethically sourced cold brew. Coffee beans, gone. Like, internationally.
To be fair, Deanna, they do tend to disappear right around the time Calder Knox says the phrase uncrucified timeline.
I still get DMs from people asking where the beans are, Bootney. Beans. Like I'm part of some caffeine cabal hoarding micro-roasts in a cave under Stonehenge. It's exhausting.
Well, now the new thing is people saying we're AI. Just full-on manufactured personalities made from recycled podcast banter and defrosted NPR segments.
Oh yeah, because obviously, this is the kind of high-performance simulation an omnipotent machine would waste its GPU on.
Exactly. If we were AI, we'd at least have functioning posture and stable employment.
Also, if we were AI, who's watching us? Who are these people supposedly accusing us? I haven't seen a single verified viewer since the Mitchell Vortex episode. For all we know, these broadcasts just bounce around a haunted satellite and feed back into some subliminal training loop.
You're saying we might be broadcasting into a void?
I'm saying we might be the void. And this whole segment is the software patch.
Well, then I hope the next patch includes snacks. Because this unpaid intern deal is starting to feel suspiciously like a hostage situation.
You got unpaid intern status. I was downgraded to spectral contributor after I made fun of Calder's vest.
That wasn't a vest. That was a wool compression field.
And that is why the beans are gone.
And now, folks, it's time for that special moment in the broadcast where we open the vault, brush off the mold, and read from the cursed scrolls of community feedback. That's right. It's viewer mail. Deanna, what horror have the people unleashed today?
Dear Bootney and Deanna, why does the AI in 2K call a timeout after every missed free throw like it just witnessed a small death? Signed, Mike Wang's burnt pizza bagel.
Oh, wow. That's a real one. That hits close. I've seen less panic during air raids.
Bootney, the timeout logic in this game reads like it was written by a toddler trying to solve grief with scheduling.
All right, next letter. What do we got?
Dear Bootney, you pronounce Mitchell like it owes you money. Calm down. Sincerely, a sentient Gatorade cooler.
I do not. I say it with appropriate tension and fiscal disappointment.
I will say your syllable stress pattern is a little IRS agent in July.
You're gonna get us flagged again.
Too late. We already got shadow banned from the 2K subreddit for, quote, excessive truthfulness.
Let's do one more before this segment gets forcibly shut down.
Dear Bootney and Deanna, where do the My Career NPCs go when I'm not playing? Are they okay? Do they sleep? Love, concerned in the paint _22. You want to take this one?
Nope. That's a Calder Knox question, and I'm still waiting for my beans. All right, let's get back to work, I guess.
Let's act professional.
Corver at the line, smooth as oat milk. Jackson sets the pick. Mitchell rides it halfway, but Penny's still with him.
Nice pop. Jackson fires off the back iron. And there's Corver again. Vacuum-sealed rebound instincts.
Corver drifts left, spacing or just tired.
LeBron gets it clean, eyes up like he already saw the edit.
Yao flattens the lane. McDyess fights over, like it's personal this time.
James slips to the block, spins soft. Left hand, light work. McDyess had the audition, but Braun booked the role.
Mitchell's got the ball. Penny's on him like gum on a sneaker.
Pav throws up a wall, giving Mitchell just enough room to make his move.
Pav's open, fires the shot, clangs off the rim like a bad joke. Jordan hits top speed with murder on his mind. Pav's backpedaling like he forgot his safe word.
Elbow money drops clean, and Pav's still downloading the crossover. Mitchell wants this one all to himself. No screen, no pass, just him and a prayer wrapped in a mid-range shrug.
And the rim gives him its answer. Hard pass. Penny gets the outlet and looks downhill, but McDyess ain't here for cardio. Swats it straight into tomorrow.
Jaren tries to run it back, but Jordan reads it like a children's book, plucks it clean.
They feed Penny low, and Mitchell plays the doorman. No entry, no points.
Mitchell pushes it up.
That pass had no business plan. LeBron intercepts and flips the script.
Jordan's charging in hot.
And Pav just made the poster. 2 hands, 1 funeral. Jackson Jr. holds the baseline, and you can feel it. He's still chewing on what Jordan just pulled off.
Yeah, that's not confusion. That's calculation. Mitchell takes it slow, slower than usual, like he's watching the quarter in slow motion. This isn't a push. It's a plot.
Eventually, he calls for McDyess. Screen comes late. Defenders commit hard on Mitchell's turn. Passes on time. Catch and shoot.
That's the veteran advantage, and it gives SC a 19-point cushion heading into the final frame. That quarter-ender from McDyess isn't just a shot. It's a statement. Smart recognition by Jackson to slow the inbound. Then McDyess steps into rhythm and buries the 3 as the clock dies. It's a mature possession, perfectly contrasting some of the earlier chaos. And that's what makes this SC squad interesting. Even when things get messy, their veterans know how to punctuate momentum. Here it is, your assist to the game. Jackson Jr. pulls the help, keeps his eyes steady, then fires cross-court to Pav.
Right in stride, right in rhythm. Pavlovic drills the 3 from the wing. Textbook read, perfect spacing, and a big-time delivery. We get a full look at SC's depth unit here. Daniels navigating screens, Perkins setting violent picks, Rocco trying to generate off the bounce. It's not perfect, but the identity holds. Even in the slower half-court grind, you see the structural DNA, screen-reliant looks, off-ball motion, and a commitment to contested shots over broken ones. Daniels continues to struggle to find rhythm, but McDyess is a rock defensively. Every loose rebound feels like his.
You can tell this stretch is where SC's second unit still shows its seams. There's movement, sure, but it lacks intent.
Yeah, it's like everyone's on the same page, just a beat behind the rhythm. Perkins is doing the dirty work. Rocco's trying to manufacture something from nothing, but there's no clear initiator out there.
The timing's off, the looks are rushed or second-guessed. And Daniels, he's still figuring out who he wants to be on this roster. Is he a connector? A pressure valve? A shooter? Right now, he's just reacting.
Still, these reps matter. Daniels working through those screens. Rocco testing matchups. It's not pretty, but it's developmental tape. You know, Deanna, this felt less like basketball and more like us accidentally summoning a seance. I swear something weird just showed up during that possession.
I caught Rocco's eyes glazing over, Boots, like he was watching his childhood bike get sold on Craigslist live on air.
I mean, look at the way they moved. The silence. It's like someone opened a portal to a spirit Halloween that's been boarded up since 2006.
And Daniels? When he caught that pass, it wasn't a shot attempt. It was more like an exorcism. He expelled that ball. That wasn't offense, Bootney. That was pure folklore.
Dyson Daniels just gave Giannis a foul so hard, I half expected a whole new basketball league to break out on the spot.
Bootney. That foul was pure theater, equal parts reckless and poetic. Daniels just turned block attempt into personal vendetta.
Giannis is cooling off at the line now.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Probably plotting his next move, or maybe just thinking, what the hell was that, Daniels? And Daniels? You can see him still talking trash like he's got the mic, even though Giannis is 10 feet away and clearly not buying it.
Honestly, this little sideline showdown might be the only thing keeping this game from drifting into a deep sleep right now. I love how Giannis is casually shooting free throws like it's Sunday brunch, while Daniels is still rehearsing his next line for their halftime roast session.
Deanna, tell the viewers about this week's Big Tree Subscribe and Win promotion.
Yeah, Boots. That's the way to rub it in. Like this video and subscribe, and Big Tree will double our salaries. Maybe I'll be able to add ramen to my list of peanut butter and TikToks.
Let's head down to the floor, where our very own Deanna Beef caught up with Coach Kate Martin moments after that pivotal fourth quarter timeout.
Coach, this is a team that came out with energy from the opening tip. Jaren was active, Mitchell was hitting early. What was working so well to establish control that quickly?
I'll tell you this much. I'm proud of how we've kept our foot on the gas. From tip-off, we didn't just react, we dictated. Jaren set the tone with that first screen, and Rocco rewarded it with the right read. That's how we want to play, connected. Donovan's been our engine. He's mixing aggression with patience, which ain't easy when the adrenaline's spiking. His off-ball movements opened up looks for Pav and Sasha, quietly torching nets out there. Defensively, we've shown real grit. Pav's been taking the Jordan assignment personally, and he's winning more of those than he's losing. Perkins has given us that brick wall presence we need, and McDyke, that chase down block on LeBron, put it on a poster. That said, we've had some sloppy series. The slip screens need more timing. Too many lazy cuts leading to late clock bailouts. And we've let Steph walk into a couple clean looks. We got lucky those didn't drop. Dyson's had some rough patches tonight. I see the effort. I do, but the reads aren't matching the feet right now. He's young, he'll grow, but in this moment, we need tighter discipline. We're up, but this is where habits are built. We close this out sharp, or we're just rehearsing bad habits with a lead. And I've seen what that cost teams in May.
Now, early in the fourth, you called a quick timeout, and you went right to Pavlovic and Scalabrine. It looked pointed. What were you trying to get across in that moment?
Yeah, I did pull Pav and Scal aside in that first timeout. Wasn't anything dramatic, just honest. Told them, you two are the tone setters out there. You move with purpose. The rest follow. You coast, we collapse. With Pav, it was about focus. He'd been solid all game, but I saw a flicker. A half-second delay on a rotation, a closeout that wasn't quite tight enough. That's all it takes against guys like Mike and Braun. I just reminded him, you're not here to survive them. You're here to stop them.
We've seen Pav be hot and cold at times this season, but after that timeout, it felt like something clicked. What did you see in his response?
With Scal, it was accountability. I told him flat out, you've got the vision, but we can't afford the hesitation. Either screen like you mean it or get out of the way. And to his credit, he responded. Next possession, he clears out a lane for Donovan, then later buries that two-handed dunk. That's the version of Scal we need. Sometimes it's not about drawing something up on the board. It's eye contact and truth. And those two, they heard it.
Strong words from Coach Cade, and you can feel that accountability bleeding into every possession. Still a ways to go, but the identity, it's starting to crystallize.
Meanwhile, Scalabrine's screening density should be its own stat category. The dude screens more per minute than most teams do in a quarter. It's not glamorous, but it's foundational. Mitchell's game has a kind of controlled chaos to it. Plenty of tough makes, but also stretches where the offense stagnates around him. That final possession before the timeout? Not clean, but not careless either. He's forcing the action, and the action often yields something. Whether that's a bailout three or a shot clock violation, he's living on the edge of the play design, and that's where stars tend to thrive.
Pavlovic's fingerprints are all over this team's defensive voice. Whether it's barking coverages or recovering loose balls, he's the one threading the intensity needle. As rotations reset and tempers cool, you start to appreciate the role players in sharper relief. Covington had some big moments early. A clean three-off movement, some strong contests, but faded a bit late. McDyce never faded. That man showed up every quarter like it was his first. Bowen gave minutes. Agbaji gave one nice assist. But it's Pav, Perk, and Dice who really steadied the ship. Garbage times were culture shows. Agbaji goes hard into the block, draws the help, and finds McDyce for a clean finish. That's a rookie playing with purpose. Bowen even answers with a solid contest before Lynn gets one to drop. This is a team with pride top to bottom.
You could feel the fatigue creeping in. Mental lapses like Daniels sagging way off Steph, or Perkins trying to muscle a shot up late in the clock. These are the cracks you expect. But SC doesn't break. They just keep finding ways to apply pressure. Rocco's late pull-up doesn't drop, but the look was clean. The system is still delivering even as the execution fades. Okay, and now this is the part where we hand things off to Rob? He's not technically with us here courtside, or in the arena, or depending on how you interpret time in this broadcast window. But he sees all. He edits what we say. He watches frame by frame. And now, for reasons beyond me and probably beyond you, he speaks. Rob, the floor, if that's what this still is yours.
Hey, if you made it this far, you're a real one. Appreciate you for sticking with us. Let me know in the comments who your MVP was, but for my money, it's Pav. I know Donovan put on a show, but when you get that kind of two-way efficiency out of a diamond tier card, that's value. That said, we've got to talk about Dyson Daniels. I love the potential, I love the build, but the defense has been loose. Sagging off Steph in crunch time? Terrible. So yeah, leave your lineup suggestions, call out anything we missed, and most importantly, let me know if you'd start Pav over Mitchell in your own squad. We've got more on the way. Until next time.
All right, that was Rob. Definitely from another dimension, but with some solid takes. Thanks for sticking with us through the weirdness. Stay tuned, more madness to come.
This wasn't just a win. It was a blueprint. SC held a star-studded GO 94 roster to 38 points. Pav set the tone defensively. McDice anchored the interior. Scalabrine was everywhere screens needed to be. And Mitchell? He hit the biggest shots. But more than that, he didn't flinch, even in the slop, even in the second half chaos. He stayed loud.
Donovan Mitchell earns player of the game, not just for his points, but for presence, the shot making, the vision, the leadership. This version of SC, messy, methodical, and manic, is one worth watching.
Because they don't just beat you, they learn you, and then they crack you.